Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews. Today I'm down on the pontoons checking out Mark Zeigler's latest brokerage listing. And today we're checking out a 2013 Prestige 500S. This one's for sale in Jacksonville, Florida. He's currently asking $600,000. And this one has got less than 500 hours on the engines. If you're to purchase a new build, you're looking about 1 to 2 years for delivery, and you're looking at a price tag far higher, so this is a perfect chance to buy. As you can see, she is presented in immaculate condition. Many of the buyers of the Prestige 500 have actually used this for the Great Loop, and I'll show you some of the features and advantages of that. But the obvious one being you don't have to worry about the air draft. This one can easily fit under any height restriction that you have. She doesn't have davits, she doesn't have a deck crane or anything like that. But what you've got is where you see the Prestige 500S. That all lifts up electronically, and that's a tender garage. And you can see the section in the middle here, it kind of drops down like a ramp, for want of a better word. And then that way the tender's stored underneath. Unfortunately I can't show you that because it's tied up against the pontoon, and in this wind I don't want to take the ropes off in case something happens. If you are in the water, you got the boarding ladder on the starboard side, making it easy to get back on. And when you are using it, when you're boarding from the tender, you can also use the one on the port side. There's a handhold there as well. Let's jump on board and take a closer look. Once on board, you've got this teak bathing platform. There's plenty of room to maneuver here. I also like that you get the solid handhold. It makes it easier for walking. You do have storage here, and you also have the shore power. You get these massive cleats. And then takes us up onto the aft cockpit. The aft cockpit here has got very spacious seating. This table raises and lowers, so you can use it as a dining table, but you can also convert this into a large sun pad. And I mentioned that people like to use this boat for the Great Loop, and one of the features that's on this, which is rare on any powerboat, she's actually got winches on the bow and stern. So if you are going through the lock gates and the boat's going up and down with the water, it's easy enough to adjust the lines so that the boat stays in position without feeling like you need to borrow Arnold Schwarzenegger's right arm. Into the main accommodation, you get these sliding patio doors. I like the fact that they each lock into place, so if you are out in somewhat heavy weather, you don't need to worry about the doors slamming. And then this one's got an extended awning that can come out electronically and cover over the seating area. Before we head in, I'm going to walk around the deck. And I like the fact that you've got the strong handhold. I've got it to my left, which is just by my knee, but you've also got it right above the windows here. If you notice the cleats, they're off to the side so you don't trip on them. Same with the water and fuel filler, they're pretty flush. And then on the bow we've got the large sun pad area, and this actually pops up as like an umbrella shade type thing. There's also storage here as well, and then you've obviously got the plenty of cushions. On the bow we've got the electric windlass, but this one does have the optional winch on top, like I mentioned before, so if you are going through the lock gates you can keep the lines in order. And then if I pop this open, you'll see it's got a very spacious anchor locker, and you can also see the controls there for the windlass, but you can operate this from inside as well. I just love the design of this one. You've got the spotlight overhead too, but I love the fact you don't have to worry about any height restrictions with this. As we make our way down towards the stern, you can see we've got plenty of room again, plenty of handhold, takes us back to the aft cockpit. So a few features I like from out here is on the starboard side, you've got access to the joystick control and the bow thruster, so you can easily maneuver here and have access to what's going on. You've got access to the manual bilge pump lever. There's additional power out here in storage. The manual bilge pump's right there. And then this one is fitted by twin Volvo IPS engines. It's just under 500 horse each, so just under 1,000 horse total. She'll give you a cruising speed in the low 20s and she'll top out somewhere around 30 knots. And to access those, you've got these hatches here. So once you come down in here, you'll see we've got all the battery controls, all the different fuse panels and breakers. We've got the batteries themselves under here. You can see we've got the Cummins awning generator, and then you've got the engine itself. Everything is super clean, well maintained. See if I can squeeze around. And there is another hatch on the other side. You can see the same thing on both sides. These engines look like brand new, even though the boat's coming up 9 years old. Close this back up. And for storage, you've got this center one here. You see these got a cooler, you can put ropes and fenders, things like that. And there's additional covers and canopies, keeping it all close by. As soon as you walk in, I love how bright and airy this boat is. There is plenty of headroom. I'm 6'2", and there's a ton of room above my head. I don't feel claustrophobic in this one at all. And then to port, we've got the galley, and I like the fact that the galley is right next to the aft deck, so that way if you're making drinks and snacks, it's right next to where your friends and family will be. You got a freezer, you got a fridge down here. Storage up here. I've got the microwave, and if I remove these, you see we've actually got the stove top, and this does actually have an extractor fan underneath. If you're doing something like the Great Loop, you're obviously going to be spending a lot of time on board, and this one's been designed. Make sure it's fully equipped with everything you could need. Like a little cooler here. And then you've got the sink. On starboard you got more storage. This leads down to the owner's stateroom. I like the illuminated steps as you head down. That's part of the advantage of having those IPS engines. The engines are at the very back of the boat, so this would probably be what's normally an engine room, but instead you've got the owner's stateroom. Again, I've got plenty of headroom. You've got the perfect work from home environment right here. There's ample storage. You've got a TV mounted up there. I love the visibility. See those other boats heading out. And then in here, we've got the shower compartment. And you've got the hedge behind it. make our way back up. This will take you to the main saloon. These are very comfortable seats. And there's also storage underneath the seats as well. Then you've got a cockpit table. This can fold out to expand to reach everybody. And there's an extension here to keep it in place. For entertainment, when you're at anchor in particular, this opens up, and then you got a fold-up TV. On to starboard, we've got the helm position. Very comfortable seating for two. You've got multi-function Raymarine electronics. I've got this one set up for the depth gauge just now. And then this one set up for the radar, for the chart plotter. But you can do all sorts of things with these ones. You can even bring up all sorts of, get this load, engine instrumentation, you name it. Do dual screens as well. There's all different options. You can customize it, you can get the weather, you can hook it up however you want. Like the fact that you've got a rudder indicator. Not all boats have that, but I always think that's handy to have. This one's joystick controlled, as well as having a bow thruster and the twin screw. So even somebody like me could berth this one without any issues. And another feature this one had, which I'm not used to on a boat, is I can actually lower and raise the windows electronically at the helm and also on the other side, which is great for ventilation, but is also great for communication for whenever you want to talk to your crew, whenever you're coming into berth. And then you've got the James Bond button right here. Because if I push that, this will open all the way. And now, if I come back here, cruising on an open boat, and if you really wanted to, you can stand at the wheel and you can berth and cruise this way as well, all at a touch of a button. And you also have these blinds, so if you wanted to, you can just peel back the blinds and then you've got a glass top, so you've still got that extra light if you wanted to. I also like the fact that this one's got a chain counter, so although you can control the windlass from here, you know exactly how much chain you're putting out. And moving forward, to port, we've got two berths here for these infills, and this actually turns into a double berth. And again, you've got ventilation, plenty of natural light, you got plenty of storage and plenty of headroom. On the starboard side, you've got a shower compartment here, you've got a fold-in shower door, and you've got a heads compartment. And then we're on the bow, you've got another guest cabin, and I like this setup as a guest cabin because just now you're looking at a large Queen Island berth, but now you're looking at a V-twin. And as you can see, there's storage underneath here as well as storage at the side, and there's a small little vanity desk here and storage. This one's also got a TV mounted on the wall, and it's also got access to the shower compartment. It's a very impressive yacht. Mark's got it for sale for $600,000. This is his latest listing, and I'm sure this one is going to get a lot of attention. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments and feedback. As always, I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.